I want for you to have my son. It's too bad. You're the one. Want for you to have my son. It's too bad. You're the one. Want for you to have my son. It's too bad.
You hear that? That is my God ordained husband, my soulmate, my true love, Dwayne Michael Carter, who you may know as Lil Wayne, singing to me, his God sent wife, Angela, singing to me before he ever, years before he ever, began singing publicly. He was singing to me, he loved me. I am the one, and he wants for me to have his son. And he sang this to me back in the year 2001 when he was 19 years old. 2001, 3 years before the fake marriage to Toya, he had already found his true love, Angela. Years before all the baby mamas, he was singing to me in the year 2001 to his true love, Angela, because when I came into his life, he recognized that I was the one, and he wanted me to have his son. 3 years before, his mother tried to force him to marry Toya. 3 years before the fake marriage, he already found his real wife and true love. Our love was established before the fake marriage. Our love was established before this false union. Wayne found his true love in 2001, and he was truly happy, and he was truly singing, and I was truly happy. If we were in love, what happened? Listen on to know the full story. Read everything on this page and on my blog, beginning on page 1, and listen to every video, and you will see the truth as clear as a bell. You will realize you've been lied to. You will realize there is an imposter in this world claiming to be Wayne's first wife when I am his first wife and his only wife. You will realize in this world there are straight up thieves and con artists ready to steal, lie, and cheat to get ahead. But in the end, God wins. We found each other in 2001. Our love has gone on and still goes on to this day. They've tried to kill it for 10 years, and they failed. You may have many questions, but every single question will be answered as you listen and as you read. All will be explained, and you will understand the real story. Listen on. My God. My God. Where am I going to start with this? Baby, you guys, I feel sorry for the mass amounts of people who've been believing in the lie. Those who can hear the truth and understand the truth and know the truth, spread the truth, because lies surely have gone out in front of your eyes. Lies have surely gone out on TV. Lies have surely gone out in magazines. The shit people will try on you. Man, my life is like a movie. You couldn't tell me in a million years the shit that has been tried on me would ever have been tried on me in my life. But they say truth is stranger than fiction. Oh my God. If you're wondering who I am, my name is Angela. Who am I? I am the real Mrs. Dwayne Michael Carter. Wayne is my husband. Yes, it's not no joke, baby. I'm in shock right now as I am even talking to you. The shit that I've been seeing lately. Y'all making these comments on these pictures, talking about, oh God, oh God, Lord have mercy. Oh God. You seeing these pictures with Toya, and you talking about she a good look for Wayne. Y'all should be together, this and that. You know what? I can't even wait to write a book. I can't even wait. I ain't got enough patience to write this down and wait for somebody to publish this. I gotta tell it now. Wayne is my man. He ain't nobody else's man. He is my man. He's not Toya's man. He's not Nivea's man. He's not none of these other broads' man. He's my man. Baby, I'm 38 years old. I know you ain't never seen no MySpace like this. Ooh, God. mm, mm, mm. Lord have mercy, Jesus help me. I have to collect myself to even speak right now, baby. Because of what I'm experiencing even in this moment. The lies. I'm taken aback right now. I'm literally beside myself, realizing, oh God, Jesus help me. Realizing the shit that people will try on your life. Lord have mercy. Oh God. I couldn't wait for y'all to get to the blog. Everything is documented on my blog. My blog is updated periodically as I have time. I put tapes on there to substantiate who I am so you'll know. The truth was going to come out anyway through Wayne's lips, but it couldn't even wait because of the lies that have come out first. There ain't no Mrs. Carter besides me. My name is Angela. That's the only Mrs. Carter. Boy, I know this much. They never thought it would come to this. My enemies, who tried to steal God's will for my life, who tried to claim to be me, Toya, who tried to pretend to be me. I know they never saw this shit. If y'all would have seen the sister-to-sister message board, they took it down. I don't know if it's back up or not, but this is where it started. When she got on the cover of that magazine talking about she Mrs. Carter, and I left on the internet, on a sister-to-sister message board, the tapes, the proof of our love, me and Wayne, and the comments. What you see on my blog here, on MySpace, came from there. This is just a continuation of that. And I say that so you know it's the same person and this is legitimate. Right now, I'm sad. Just in this moment, because of the depths of Satan and people and how lost they are and what they will go to, the extent they will go to try to steal what belongs to you. There ain't no other Mrs. Carter besides me, baby. Never was. Never was, and I will tell it to the world. I'm telling it to the world, baby. I had no idea she was going to this extent pretending to be me. Not until I saw the sister-to-sister magazine. And baby, Wayne, I love you, baby. But I told you, I've been telling you for years what it's going to come to. God is not going to let nobody lie against his will. God gives the warning, and then he brings the judgment. You wonder what I'm talking about? What the hell I'm talking about? I can wrap it up in a nutshell. It's all spelled out on my blog because it's long. Basically, me and Wayne have a 10-year relationship, going back to the year 2000 when we began the first talk. Golly. Lord have mercy, Jesus. This is not a hoax or a joke, okay? I'm 38 years old. I don't have time to be playing and making up stupid shit. This is my life. And motherfuckers tried to take my life and steal my life and front to me my own life. Identity theft. Before I started talking to my God-ordained husband and soulmate Wayne, I was already deeply rooted in the Lord, established in the Lord at least 10 years, been in the Word. My relationship with Wayne came out of my relationship with the Lord. My relationship with Wayne was not my doing. It was not Wayne's doing. It is the Lord's doing. He brought us together. He ordained us as husband and wife. He initiated our relationship. He is the initiator of our relationship. It is divine. It is of God. I know this because I've been in the Lord most of my life. And I know his voice and I know his will for my life. And in 2001, I lived in New Orleans. I moved to New Orleans. The Lord called me to New Orleans. And Wayne and I fell in love. Our love grew and grew. And everybody who was close to him, who were his friends, they knew of our love. You can listen to the tapes for yourself on my blog. I tell you this, Wayne's mama didn't like it. Wayne's mama didn't know me. She never met me, didn't know nothing about me, didn't know I'm a Christian woman. I never did nothing to Wayne. I did nothing but good to him, faithful to him, pray for him. The Lord sent me into his life. He is my God-ordained husband. You understand? Well, this woman, his mama, had her own plans. She didn't want him with me, even though she didn't know nothing about me. She knew her son was deeply in love with me, and everybody could see that. She wanted him with Toya. Of course, Toya didn't want him with me. She was jealous of our love. When I came to New Orleans in October 2001, Wayne wasn't with Toya. He had a baby by her, but he wasn't with her because that's not his true love. I'm his true love. God established me and Wayne. You understand? You can hear the love for yourself. So anyway, in a nutshell, to make a long story short, we fell in love. Our love grew and grew. And his friends knew it. He told his friends. And you know how New Orleans is. You tell one person something, they tell the next, and the next is just one big grapevine. So everybody knew it. So it got back to Toya. It got back to his mama. His mama could see he was in love. You understand what I'm saying? You know it when your child is in love. You see what I'm saying? You see the changes in him. And she didn't bring no true love into his life. Lying asshole. Trying to front on YouTube. Oh, I'm bringing it out, baby. Oh, yes, baby. Y'all got the 4-1 and the other one listening here. You getting the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. She fronting these YouTube videos. My true Wayne and Toya true love bullshit. Man. She tries to compare her shit with Wayne. to my relationship with Wayne, and there is no comparison. There is no comparison. There's no competing against what God has ordained and brought together. God brought me and Wayne together. You can't compete against the divine and heavenly. You can't take your earthly relationship that you, if you call it a relationship, when you met this person at 14, and you try to take that and compete with God's true purpose, his true will, the divine relationship, which is me and Wayne. You try to compete with that, he'll knock your ass down. He'll always expose the lies. He will always show you as a liar. When you try to defeat his plans and his purposes, you will be defeated. These people saw the love between me and Wayne and how real it was and how long it was going, and they decided they wasn't having that. What it was, I don't know. Maybe because maybe because they didn't know me, but that's not a reason to try to break someone up. And they went far beyond trying to break us up, baby. You don't know the half. Golly, I have to tell it. They said he ain't gonna be with me. They knew nothing about our relationship being God's will, that God brought it together, how deep in the Lord I am, that I'm serving the Lord. They knew none of that. That is their downfall. So they said they're going to put roots on me, to harm me, to kill me. Literally to kill me. I believe it was to kill me because of everything that started going on with me and Wayne. They said they couldn't stop it in their own power because they saw how strong our love was and is. Still is, baby. You didn't do nothing but defeat yourself. Trying to destroy our love, you destroyed yourself. Trying to kill our love, you only killed yourself because it's of God, and you can't kill what God ordains. She trying to front like, it's a big conspiracy, baby. When I say she, I mean Toya. Trying to front like she got what me and Wayne got. No, you do not. People, pick up a back issue of Vibe magazine, November 2007. The true story is in there from Wayne's lips. He tells how that situation with Toya came about. Okay. His mama was lonely because Rabbit was murdered. So she told her 15-year-old son to have a baby for her. And he went. This is his own lips, people. I'm not making this up. Pick the magazine up yourself. I didn't interview him. I didn't make him say these things. It's coming from Wayne's own lips, and this is the truth. Man, he went from girl to girl to ask them if they would have his baby. And of course, they gonna say no. But he came to Toya, and she happened to say yes. That's his own lips. He is a kid. He don't know what he's doing. His mama told him to do this. This is in a magazine, people. Don't shoot the messenger. I did not write the article. Wayne ain't got no reason to lie, and he's not lying. This is the truth. So he asked her, and she said yes. He was a kid. He didn't know what he was doing. He was 15, I believe. She was 14. That's it. So she got pregnant, and that was that. You can't put no situation like that came as a result of his mama being lonely. His mama didn't think about this. Everything I'm telling you, it's on my blog, but just read it. But I had to say something because I'm seeing too many lies about this broad. She called herself Toya Carter. She was never no Toya Carter. She was never no Carter. It's a hoax. It's a deception. At any rate, that's how she came into his life. A plan of his mama, and it wasn't even specifically her. It would have been whatever girl said yes to having his baby. So his mama, because she's the author of this plan for him to have this baby, I guess she felt some responsibility for telling kids to do this, and so she's going to try to make them stay together and force them to be together, but it was never God's will. You can't put no decision on your son, your 15-year-old son, to make what's normally a lifelong commitment and decision at 15 years old without a thought, without prayer, without anything. You understand what I'm saying? I have to tell it because this is interfering in my life and God's call for my life. You understand? I'm not trying to hurt nobody or nothing, but in telling the truth, if people get hurt, I can't help that. The truth has to be told. I have an obligation to God to speak the truth. And I'm not going to let nobody lie about my life and take my identity so that some lost, deceived broad can front like she's me so she can feel like she's important. Oh, hell no. After I've been serving the Lord all my life, I'm going to let somebody come in and steal what God has for me? I done been through hell and high water in this world. And you going to try to take my life? So that's the beginning of that. Not divine. The product of a woman's loneliness. I'm sorry, I gotta tell it because it's fucking with my life. Because people putting too much shit on this situation with Toya. Oh, it's divine. Oh, it's God. You should be with her. Y'all make a good look. She's your true love. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. When you say that, when you encourage her in that, when you encourage this, you encouraging the devil. You encouraging the plans of the devil because these are the plans that try to destroy God's plan. And God's plan is me and Wayne. See, you can't tell by looking, people. If you look at pictures and you believe what you see on TV, you will be deceived. Because people will front anything in front of your eyes to have an image and to make you believe something. But baby, you're going to always get the truth from me. You understand? Read my blog. Full of truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. So y'all going all on the pictures. Y'all make a good look. You be with your baby mama, this and that. She was there and it from the beginning. You don't know what is good for a man unless the Holy Spirit reveals to you what God's will and God's purpose is for that man's life. You can't just jump up and say, oh, you should be with her and be with this one and be with that one. You don't know who a man should be with unless you heard from the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit revealed to you. Because I can tell you for sure, Wayne is not ordained to be with anyone other than me. And this is coming from the Spirit of God. You understand? I serve the Lord. I wouldn't lie to you. I serve the Lord. So I speak to you as what was revealed to me from the Holy Spirit. I have 10 years with Wayne, ever since 2001. You understand? But anyway, they saw that our love grew and grew and they couldn't stop it. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to try to put roots on the bitch. Try to destroy our union with putting roots. Commonly practiced in New Orleans for all those who want to say this is crazy, this, that, and the rest. You know what time it is if you down there, okay? Please. So yeah, they went to go on to put roots on me and all kind of shit started happening. You see what I'm saying? Because Wayne was about to propose to me. He wanted to marry me. And his friends knew it. And so they switched the proposal from me, Angela, his real God-ordained wife, to Toya. It was deception. See, Wayne was working all the time. He's in the studio. He's on tour. He's not paying attention to these things. And they know this. So they know he's busy all the time. And they know I'm from California. I ain't up on all this hoodoo shit. You understand what I'm saying? So they say, here's a perfect opportunity to break this shit up. She ain't gonna know what time it is. She ain't gonna know what hit her. And if she did, what can she do about it? Huh? They didn't know nothing about these tapes. Huh? Busted. Oh, I know they didn't see none of this. This is a classic story, baby. When you fuck with God's people and you fuck with God's will, how you get fucked up. When you put lies out there, how your lies will be exposed. You shouldn't have tried it on me. What in the hell would you try to kill an innocent woman for that you don't know nothing about? If you knew something about me, if I was a bad person and you did this, it would make some sort of sense, but it don't make no sense. You understand? Toya wanted a place more than being a baby mama. Now, just understand this. This is how unnecessary it was to try to put roots on me and destroy our love. By the way, a lot of the pain that Wayne has experienced in his soul, where he needs uh, excess amount of drugs, this and that, to try to comfort him and this, that, and the rest, is because he was separated from his real soulmate and true love, and that was me. And he was separated by roots and done by people who's supposed to love him and have his best interest at heart. These evil bitches did this. Oh, yes, baby. Uh-huh. I was quiet for so long because the things that was happening in my own personal life, my own family, and legal issues, and Katrina, and this, that, and the rest. And they thought I was gone. Maybe they thought I died. Maybe the roots had, maybe Katrina scared me off, whatever. You see what I'm saying? They never thought it would come back on them like this. They thought they could just keep putting out pictures and lies and get on b.e.t. and just keep telling a lie, make YouTube videos and keep telling a lie and telling a lie and telling a lie. And if they told a lie to enough people and broadcast it on TV and broadcast it on YouTube and radio and whatever else, it's going to float as the truth. You just going to have to believe it. And if you don't have anything contradicting it or telling you the truth, revealing the truth to you, then you would believe in the lies. Just like a lot of people believe in the lies, looking at the pictures of Toya and Wayne and saying, oh, that's your true love. Y'all need to get back together. You have no idea what you're saying. You straight up speaking against God's will for this man's life when you say that, and you actually telling him to get with the broad who tried to destroy his real life and his real wife and God's real plan, and that is me and Wayne. See, we were established in '01. In October of '01, I was living in New Orleans. You understand what I'm saying? Our love is growing. And they saw that. So there was jealousy, hateration, and everything else against me simply because Wayne loved me so. Now understand this. Before I came to New Orleans in '01, Toya had known Wayne for 5 years. They wasn't together, but she knew him 5 years. So in 5 years, if you the one for that man or not. You understand what I'm saying? She knew then she wasn't the one for him. You see what I'm saying? But she saw me, the real one, and what she do? Try to steal my life, hijack my life with roots. You understand? Because she saw I was the real one. So Wayne is always busy. You see what I'm saying? I'm handling my business, and they think, they could do this to somebody innocent and just take my place. It's a constant reinforcement from a lot of different places to try to make you believe this lie. And it's pictures, it's TV, and a lot of people who are putting this stuff on TV, they not aware of what's going on. They ain't aware that Roots was put on me, that Wayne's real wife is right here. It's not Toya. Toya was only a baby mama. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mean only. I'm not trying to down motherhood, but I'm saying that she was never his wife. The proposal was tricked through Roots from me to her. So once that was done and Roots was put on me to bring all kind of hell and death and sickness and destruction into my life, then I'm so busy trying to survive and live, if I do live, that she could just ride off into the sunset with my man. In her mind, this is what they thinking. See, this broad is sick in the mind. When y'all encouraging her, Toya, to encouraging her, yeah, that's your true love. You telling Wayne, yeah, on a picture comment, she'll always be there for you, this and that. You are making a sick broad, because she's sick in the mind. Sick broad, even more sick and more disillusioned. You understand what I'm saying? This is why she can't. I ain't gonna say this is why she can't let go, because she needs to. At her age, she needs to grow up. But I don't think that's gonna happen, because if you haven't changed in 9 years, it's been, when I came to New Orleans, it's been 9 years. October 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 or 9 years. And if you still doing dumb shit when you ain't called to be in that man's life to try to get him, you understand what I'm saying? And after 9 years, she knew in '02, early '02, that I was there and that he was in love with me. You understand what I'm saying? Going way back then. Oh, I'm gonna put it up. You gonna see it. But going way Way back then. So she been doing this dumb shit for 9 years. The dumb shit of trying to get a man she know that don't belong to her. She know he belong to me. She know he's in love with me. She knew all that. But if they can just work roots and work roots and work roots and put something on TV and put something on YouTube and put pictures up in front to the world and get enough public support to put comments on pictures and say, y'all should be together. You make a good couple. That's your real love. She was always there for you. You see what I'm saying? Then I guess that's supposed to intimidate me and frighten me off. But it ain't, bitch. Because I know God's will for my life and you ain't stealing my name. You ain't stealing my identity and you didn't steal my man. All you did was front, fake, and perpetrate all this bullshit to this extent. This is what's so unbelievable. This is why some people don't believe me, because this story, the more, even daily, as I think about it, the more unbelievable it seems and sounds. But it's real. It is real, baby. They actually tried this shit on me to hijack my entire life that God created and ordained for me. So understand something. That fake marriage, and it is a fake marriage because it was brought about by roots. It wasn't brought about by natural means. That's why if you could see on a Sister to Sister blog what some people blogged on there who lived down there in New Orleans East and was close, lived in proximity, they said in their own words, it shocked their socks off that he would, quote unquote, marry her. It shocked them because they knew it was something strange there. It's out of the ordinary. How are you going to have a steady path of Wayne loving me, loving me, loving me? Our relationship is growing. This ain't no fling. This is real, true love, baby. By God. Real, divine, ordained love. My soulmate. And she knew that. And she tried to steal it and then front to y'all, the public unknowing who don't know what's been going on, like she's the real one. Like that's the real love. She wanted it so bad. She wanted my place. She's sick, baby. She wanted my place and my name so bad that she is still, after 9 years, trying to front to the world like she's me. And she knows I'm me. She knows I'm the real one. She knows who I am. I got the caller ID with her calling my house, my cell phone. You understand? The phone records going all the way back to New Orleans, going all the way back to 2001, because she knew I'm the real one for Wayne. And she calling me in the middle of the night. You understand what I'm saying? She knows who I am. And this bitch is going to front and perpetrate like she me. And I'm so upset. But you know what? God got it. God told me, you guys have no idea the evil that I've been put through. We talking about, me and Wayne started talking back in 2000. I was in New Orleans in 2001. Count the years, goddamn it. That's almost 10 years. Can you imagine the shit I've been through? You have no fucking clue what I've been through. And then after everything I've been through, this is evil. This is what Jesus said in the Bible when he talks about you don't know the depths of Satan, how low he will go. You don't know the depths. I've seen, being in New Orleans and seeing the shit that has been tried on me. See, they never thought I would survive this. They didn't know how strong in the Lord I was. I'm supposed to be dead, y'all. I'm supposed to be in the grave, laid out somewhere on train tracks, ran over in the middle of the road. You understand what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be dead. I wasn't supposed to survive that, but they didn't know God sent me. They didn't know the Lord was with me. They didn't know how deep in the Lord I was. You understand what I'm saying? And am. It's their ass, boo. It's their ass. Their hair should turn white because they know what they tried on me. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a sickness. This broad, you have no clue. She wanted my place so bad they would go to this extent and still going to this extent. And this is the thing. Before that show, Tiny and Toya on b.e.t., before that Sister to Sister article came out, I was on Wayne has 1 million MySpace pages up here. I was on a few of his MySpace pages, and they saw comments that I left on some of his pictures. So they knew I was still alive. I remember the moment. And this is what I saw in the spirit, baby. I wasn't nowhere near this woman. I'm somewhere else, okay? Physically, geographically. But see, this is what they don't know. In the spirit, I can see what's happening. The Holy Spirit is showing me. I saw the moment Wayne's mama realized I was still alive, and this broad went ballistic. I saw this in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? And so after that, they knew I was still alive, and they knew I was still talking to Wayne. So this was before the TV show, and this was before Sister to Sister magazine. So what Toya said, oh, she's still alive, I'm gonna show her, and she thought she was gonna get on TV, and she did, and get in a magazine, and I'm supposed to be sitting here crying crocodile tears like, look at my identity. You know, Toya saying to me, you know, I I know, and I know who you are, but nobody else know, and you can't prove it. You see what I'm saying? She didn't know about these tapes. You understand? She did that interview on Sister to Sister, and when I got on the Sister to Sister message board and put them tapes on there, she didn't know nothing about the tapes. She didn't even know I had tapes. You know how these tapes came about? Because I'm from California. When I was in corporate America, which where I come from, I had all my business calls recorded. I had a recording device on my phone, so all my calls were always recorded. And they didn't know this. The people who are my friends and who called me, and my loved ones, family and all that, they knew. But what I'm saying is, she had no idea I had any kind of phone records, recordings of the love that I have with my husband. She didn't know that. I had them for years. Never ever thought. They were never to be released or anything like that. This was all necessary in order to show you my identity. And God did this, baby. God has foresight. He knew the shit that they would try on me, trying to steal my identity in place. God knows all things, baby. And so he knew that one day I would need those tapes so that I can play them for y'all, so you can see, you can hear it. The love that me and Wayne have for one another as it was happening. You can hear it. It's real. But she didn't know nothing about it. She didn't know none of my calls were recorded or nothing. So she didn't think I had no proof that I had a relationship with Wayne. Now, eventually, with the tapes or without the tapes, God's will going to be established. But God, this is the way God did it. You see what I'm saying? So it had to come out like this because the lies came out. The lies came out on TV. The lies came out in magazines. So the truth got to come out. You see what I'm saying? Eventually, Wayne and I was to come out where it looked nice and lovely and all that. But it can't look nice and lovely and presentable. It got to come out like this. You know why? Because the lies came out. He didn't tell her to do that show, Tiny and Toya. She took that upon herself to do that. He told her not to do it. She did that. So, in other words, she just going to front her false identity. It's not hers, but a false identity as Mrs. Carter. You see what I'm saying? She's doing this to try to build up an image and a name that's not even hers, that she got through roots in the first place, because I am the real Mrs. Carter. You see what I'm saying? God was working on our love, and our love was growing and growing and growing, and they thought they was just going to run in with roots. You see what I'm saying? And destroy it. Him and his mama. I mean, not him, but her and his mama. And they didn't think I could do a fucking thing about it or say nothing about it, or if I did, who gonna believe me? This sure sound crazy, but oh, wait a minute. The tapes. The tapes. They didn't think about the tape. They didn't know about the tapes. See what I'm saying? Bam, bitch! Ha! What was you saying? You who? You what? You me? How you me? When I'm me. God showed me. I know who I am. You understand? I know who I am, baby. You can't take my name that God ordained for me, you stupid ass fools. Trying all these shenanigans. And y'all, the public, y'all sitting there believing it. Talk about, yeah, y'all make a good look. And this and that. Because, see, who gonna know? See, if Wayne don't say nothing, see, understand this. I didn't even want to get to this place where it's on blast, but it has to be. Because with telling the truth, it's just some things that gotta come out, and they can't be covered up. Wayne, he wasn't gonna come out and say this. He knows, okay? Everything I'm telling you I've been telling Wayne for the last few years. He know it from his own experience in his own life. But he ain't necessarily gonna come out and say, okay, he's thinking about his daughter. You see what I'm saying? He don't want to embarrass his mama. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't never gonna tell you the things that I'ma tell you, cause she ain't my mama. I have an obligation to serve God first, and God say tell it, I better tell it. You see what I'm saying? He say tell the truth, I'ma tell the truth. I'm never gonna let you front my identity, baby, to me. Never. You understand? So I have an obligation to God to tell y'all the truth and to speak the truth about my life. You ain't gonna hijack my life. But the sad thing is, this thing have gotten so long and so deep that it's like, how do a nigga know how to stop it? The train been going and going and going and going, and it picked up the steam of his mama trying to support this and trying to make this happen. And there's a whole nation of people in other places, probably in other countries, who support this and who don't even know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? How this even came about. And they're not looking at what they're supporting. They're not knowing. See what I'm saying? There's no way for them to know. But see, the Holy Spirit, the reason why I know the roots was put on me is because, just like the Bible say, Jesus said, the Holy Spirit will lead and guide you into all truth. Into all truth. So I was in the dark for a little while. Back in 02, 03, 04. For a while, things was fuzzy because I couldn't figure out what is this shit? Why is this shit breaking loose like this in my life? What is happening? See, I didn't know. But what they didn't know is I had the Holy Spirit. And Jesus said the Holy Spirit will lead and guide you into all truth. So the Holy Spirit revealed to me what they had did, and steadily revealing more and more every day. And so I'm revealing it to you. This is the shit that was tried on me, his real God-ordained wife and God-sent wife. She wanted to be me. See, Toya wanted to be me. She wasn't satisfied with simply being his baby mama. You see what I'm saying? She wanted to be greedy. She was jealous when she saw our love. You understand? Now here's where the stupid shit come in. She was already his baby mama. She knew him before me, and she had the baby before me. You understand what I'm saying? So she would have been all right if she would just took her place as his baby mama. And, nobody could take away the fact that she had his first child and was his baby mama. You see what I'm saying? Even though it came about like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, he just went from broad to broad. He tells it. Look, for y'all who think I'm clowning somebody, he says it himself in Vibe November 2007, and that's the truth. Now later on, I'm sorry, I gotta tell it, baby. I love you. I got an obligation to God. Will strike me down if I don't tell the truth. In the recent VH1 documentary with Wayne, he says that she would happen to already be pregnant. His mama asked him. His mama said, when you gonna have a grandbaby? And it just so happened this girl Toya is already pregnant. No, he told the real truth in November 2007. But because I'm sorry, I love you, baby. But because I've been speaking about it, you see what I'm saying? He kind of like trying to cover up because how the real story go, it make his mama look kind of stupid. Because telling your 15-year-old son this to go and from broad to broad. She didn't say go from broad to broad, but go have a baby. You see what I'm saying? And she meant that. It wasn't a joke. She didn't make no offhanded. You ain't gonna make no offhanded comment to your son when he's 15-year-old. You ain't gonna be thinking like to your 15-year-old son, yeah, have a baby. When you gonna bring me a grandbaby? I should have been waiting a long time. You're 15 years old. When you gonna start a family? Nobody talks like that. You see, not even offhandedly. But he told it in November 2007, but my baby, I love you. But he has to try to cover for his mother's lack of intelligence. I mean, he does that because he's a good son. I have to tell the truth. I love you, my baby. You see what I'm saying? But these lies have come against God's will for my life. You see what I'm saying? And this bitch claiming an identity, taking it to b.e.t. and deceiving all these people. You think she give a fuck about y'all? Believing the truth or knowing the truth, that's not no respect for y'all. That's not no respect to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? She don't respect y'all. She'll lie to your face. As long as you believe she's somebody that she not, and she can get fame and glory and a place that God didn't ordain for her, she don't give a fuck if it's deception. Ain't no morals here. It ain't about, this is right, this is wrong. I shouldn't have did this. She was a Christian woman, or she was someone who didn't do nothing to me. Wayne simply fell in love with her. Why should I hurt her life? Why should I do this? Ain't none of that. Ain't no morals. Ain't no conscience. No, by any means necessary. If you got to kill the innocent, kill Christian folk, steal, lie, cheat, deceive, as long as you get your end result. Oh, you gonna get your end result. Yeah, you gonna get your end result, the judgment of God on your ass for the evil that you tried on my relationship and on my God ordained life. You gonna get your end result, but it ain't gonna be the result you thought. It's not gonna be the result you thought. On Sister to Sister, that the comments and the tapes that was on that message board, they didn't think of that. They didn't expect that end result. They didn't expect this end result. They didn't expect MySpace and the truth going out on MySpace. They couldn't foresee this, see? They couldn't foresee it. And all these people who keep encouraging, yeah, you see, this is what she wanted. By her getting on b.e.t. in this show and crying, oh, my Wayne, my true love, and all this, she knows the whole time I'm his real wife and his true love. Oh, I'm going to spell it out, baby, so you ain't going to have no confusion on this, baby. I'm going to dot the I's and cross the T's. You're going to know everything. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, just keep it right here. Keep it tuned in right here. You're going to get the truth, baby, okay? They really tried it on me, baby. So anyway, she's on this b.e.t. show. And so many people, b.e.t. is nationwide, probably beyond the nation. And so enough people going to see it, and she going to cry and pout, oh, my true love, oh, I miss him, oh, oh. Now, this is the evil right here. Because the whole time she doing that, she already knew years ago I'm his true love. I'm his real wife. And she tried to hijack my identity, my name, and my place with Roots. And now she going to take it all the way, baby. Oh, no, she ain't going to do her evil halfway. She going to take it to the fullest. And she going to get judged to the fullest, too. You understand? Oh, baby. So she's on TV. And oh, yeah, crying. Oh, Wayne, my true love, knowing I'm his real wife, right? His real God-ordained wife. I'm explaining all this, baby. So enough people gonna see that, and they gonna be like, cause she think if enough people tell Wayne, yeah, get with Toya, she crying, and enough people try to influence him, yeah, that'll win him over back to her. You see what I'm saying? He was never supposed to be married to her. He never really was, in truth, because that was a falsehood. See, they put Roots on him to get a proposal that belonged to me, right? Knew that they did this. During the wedding, they had conscious knowledge that this was all brought about by themselves. Let me tell you something, boo. And a lot of people ain't gonna like what I'm saying because I'm putting some shit on blast, but it has to get on blast because it came to my life, and God said I gotta expose this shit. I gotta tell this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you put Roots on a person, and they don't know why they think they're doing it of their own free will. See, that's what controlling Roots is. It's to control a motherfucker's free will, and the person that's being controlled actually think they're doing this in and of themselves, and they're doing it under the influence of Roots. So that's what happened with Weezy. Now Wayne ain't trying to advertise that. He ain't trying to probably even admit it. He ain't trying to and it ain't no shame against him. I said this before, because many men have been, not just men, but women too, but men in particular, have been tricked in this way. Okay? And he was young back then. So it's men that's way older than him who this has happened to, right? So anyway, they did that so that they can get that result of this wedding, right? So they take pictures of this result. I'm going to spell this deception out. They take pictures of this deception, okay? And, of course, it's not going to last because it's not based in truth. The only thing that lasts is God's will. And when the dust settles, when it all settles, what's going to be standing? Let me tell you what's going to be standing. What God ordained. What God ordained, that's what's going to be standing. God's will, that's what's going to be standing. What God purposed, that's what's going to be standing. And the devil is defeated. You understand? So anyway, they took pictures of this event. Now, this is all unbeknownst to most of the world, boo. Oh, yeah, they tried it, baby. Oh, they tried it royally, okay? So they take the picture and everything. So, of course, that didn't last. He divorced her. And if you look at the video, look at it yourself, folk. Look at it on YouTube. Type in Earthquake Lil Wayne. You'll see the picture. It's on my blog. He has on a t-shirt that say future ex-husband. Now, that was right after this fake marriage. That's his real feelings. That's them Roots wearing off. You see what I'm saying? Realizing he ain't supposed to be with this broad. Wayne calling me the whole time before this fake marriage, during, after. The whole time he was my man. You understand what I'm saying? But Roots was worked on me, and when you have Roots worked on your mind, you get confused. All kind of shit. They did all kind of shit so our paths wouldn't cross. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. yes, they know who I am. They know who I am. They knew y'all didn't know. And they never thought I'd get to a mic or a way where I can say anything, and if I did, well, I'm just a crazy bitch talking, right? I ain't got no proof. They didn't know about these tapes. They came from these tapes, baby. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they tried it. Oh baby, they tried it. Oh, you don't know. Whew, you just don't know. So they taking it far. So you gonna go to b.e.t. and shop this, and so many people don't know this, and they fronting to everybody, so-called friends, people who green lighted the show, all kind of people. They gonna front these lies, and no, the whole time they lying. No, the whole time who his real wife is. You see what I'm saying? This train has been going like this for so long. His mama been trying to force her will on him for so long to be with this girl. They try to act like they welcoming other bras, like, yeah, if you want to be with her, whatever makes you happy, that's bullshit. They gonna try to the end. His mama gonna try to the end to make him be with Toya, because that's her idea, her original creation. She's the one that told him to have a baby when he was 15. So his mama feel like she have to make this thing work. But you ain't making it work against God's plans. You should have, Jacita, you should have prayed and asked God what God's will is for your son's life, instead of just telling him at 15 to have a child. You see what I'm saying? Because when his real wife, Angela, me, came into his life in 2001, how is your plan going to succeed? It's not. That's why y'all tried to kill me. But God is killing you for trying to kill his plans, for trying to kill his child, for trying to kill his will for me and Wayne to be together. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. I know you didn't think you going to hear it like this, baby. Oh, I know you didn't see this coming, baby. Oh, yeah, God is going to get you. Yeah, he got you already. You understand? When you hear my voice, it's a rap, baby. It's a rap. They tried it on me. Oh, yes, baby. You listening to the real Mrs. Carter, as ordained by God. The one who been in Wayne's life, if you really want to know, before birth. Because the things that are established by God, they're established before the foundation of the world. They're just awaiting manifestation. You understand? So me and Wayne was always eternally together, but God's will is made manifest on this earth. As Jesus said, on earth as it is in heaven. Me and Wayne written in heaven. Our union written in heaven. But already this girl Toya, she was a loose cannon. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to be a loose cannon to look at Wayne and his real love and try to kill it, even if you jealous. When this person ain't did nothing to you and you gonna try to take their life and take their name and go to this extent, all these years of trying to front to the people like you Mrs. Carter. You wasn't no Carter. Matter of fact, with him divorcing you, he telling you ain't Mrs. Carter. So how is you still wearing the last name? That never was your name. You gave that name to yourself with roots, nothing else. And Wayne, I love you, baby. I feel sorry for my husband, because the kind of people that's supposed to love him and have your back would do this to you. You see what I'm saying? I know how it is when people do you wrong. Try to kill your real wife and your real God-ordained life, and saw his soul crumble, saw the pain. When you tore away from your real true soulmate, it's a death process. Death is a process. You understand? That's why it's called dying, because it's a process. When you're torn away from your real true love, your soul begins to die slowly. You understand? And his soul was dying slowly because they tore him away from me, his God-ordained wife. And so if he got to get on lean, and if he got to get on coke and drink and snort and drug and this and that, it's all well with them, as long as he ain't with me. If his soul dies, they don't give a fuck as long as he ain't with me. This is the evil, baby. This evil has gone low evil, that you would even do this to someone you supposedly love. This shit is sad, people. It's sad that they did this to us, and they trying to kill us. God's will, trying to kill God's will for a man's life, and stealing in front to the world, boo. This is a gross injustice, a miscarriage of justice, and an evil that I never even knew existed. And if it wasn't for God in my life, I wouldn't have even made it to this point. You understand? You gotta pray for Wayne because he been put through a lot. People have no fucking clue. They tried to steal and kill his real love in front to the world, boo. Like she him. I mean, like she's me. She's not me, and she'll never be me. She'll never be God's will for his life. So all y'all telling this broad, she's a loose cannon, bruh. She's sick to have done this. Her and his mama. You understand? To make this person think she could get away with something like this. To try it. You gotta be lost and you gotta be desperate. You gotta just be sick, boo. You gotta be sick. Wayne's soul was looking for love everywhere. You understand? In all the wrong places. When God already established his will in his life. In 2001, there was no reason for them to try to interfere in it. It was no reason for them to try to fuck with it. You understand what I'm saying? God had already had it down. They was just jealous and wanted to destroy it and brought all kind of unnecessary pain into his life and his soul and his mind, into my life and into my soul, into my mind. It was totally uncalled for. It was a straight up battle. All it is, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a straight up battle between good and evil. The kingdom of God and the kingdom of Satan. Light and darkness. That's all it is. The devil been battling me since I was a child. You understand? The Lord sent me on this earth. I've been purposed. I'm a purpose seed sent by the Lord God. And the devil been trying it on me all my life. This is just like the last battle before God brings me into my kingdom, into the place that he ordained for me as Wayne's wife. They know this. They just trying to give it everything they got with their evil. You know? I ain't never seen nothing like this. Try to put it on Wayne's back. You got to carry this. You got to do this for your daughter's sake. They used his daughter and his emotions and love for his daughter against him to kill God's will, me and him, his true relationship and his true wife. They used his daughter to manipulate him, his love that he had for his daughter, saying it's better for your daughter if you deny God's will and your real wife and your real true love. That's not better for his daughter to live a lie, to force him to be with a woman God didn't put with him. Now they're going to get him judged by God for sinning against God's known will. You see what I'm saying? His mama pressuring him to sin against God's divine purpose and plan for his life, for him to be with me. You understand? Just trying to strong arm and muscle him. And if it don't work, put roots on the situation. You understand? Force by any means necessary. This is why God is destroying these people. Make him carry this burden so long. Like he supposed to just carry this broad Toya for the rest of her life. She's leeching on and latching on and refused to let go and go on in her own life, what she was supposed to do way back in 2000 when I showed up. Well, she wasn't with him. But she was supposed to go on with her life. She never was no Toya Carter. She's Toya Johnson. That's all she's been. This a deception. It's a hoax, y'all. She gave the name to herself, putting roots on Wayne. Wayne switched his proposal from me to her. Then he snapped out of it and divorced her. And years later, she coming with them pictures and calling herself Toya Carter. You see what I'm saying? And Wayne mama pressure him so much to go with the plan. You see what I'm saying? It's just like they ganging up on him to make him do this. And telling him he should do this for his daughter's sake. Carry this lie and just destroy our true love. You understand what I'm saying? All kind of shit. And you say, well, he's a grown man. He could. Yeah, but you got to understand when all this happened, when all this started, he was a kid. He was only 15 years old. Wayne didn't have no regular father figure that put good, morals and stuff in front of him. He had Rabbit, and Rabbit was murdered. So the main authority figure in his life basically was his mama. And she just abused her authority as a parent to strong arm and coerce and force her son to be with someone God didn't ordain for him, because that was her brainchild. That was her plan. But God had other plans. But she didn't want to lay down to God's plan and just say, well, and tell Toya, well, baby, sometimes things don't work out. We have our wishes and our desires. And so maybe that's not God's plan for Wayne. And you might just have to let him go, baby. I mean, you'll always be his baby mama or this, that. No, man. Couldn't say no words of wisdom. No, we can kill the real one, and we can take her identity. Huh. We knew him first. You was there longest. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb shit. No prayer, no thought, no nothing. But this is why they get the results they get. This is why you hearing my voice now. Because God ain't gonna be defeated. You see what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming. It's been 10 years in this shit. You know how far back me and Wayne go? It's been 10 years. Going on 10 years. They thought they was going to kill a life and just put their will on top of God's will. They thought they was going to smother my life, kill it and kill it and kill it and kill it, and just broadcast and amplify this lie that Toya is Mrs. Carter ever was. She never was. She never was the first wife. She never was a wife. It was a hoax. It was something brought about by Roots. You understand? Y'all not getting it. And then she just leeches and tries to leech on and latch on. So she's hoping that, just like it's happening, y'all looking at the pictures and y'all seeing the show on b.e.t, she hoping that y'all be telling Wayne, yeah, get back with her. Because she done everything she could. The Roots didn't work. You see what I'm saying? So trying to manipulate him with his daughter failed. And all kind of things. So now she's just going to go this route. She's going to keep finding different doors and routes. If she got to use the public who are unaware and unsuspecting of what really happened to try to speak to Wayne's ears and write comments on his pictures. Yeah. Get with her. That's your baby mama. That's your ride or die. She was there. And if y'all got to say all, she'll just use you. She'll use whatever. She ain't got no morals. She ain't about no truth and what's righteous and God's will. She ain't worried about none of that. Talking about she want to be a role model. How you going to be a role model and you fronting like you me? How you going to be a role model and you pretending like you Mrs. Carter when I'm the real Mrs. Carter? I'm the one God ordained from heaven. How you gonna be a role model when you a liar and a deceiver and a conniver, a manipulator, a fucking con artist, bitch? And you putting Roots on innocent Christian women. You ain't no goddamn role model. You a goddamn snake in disguise. Devil in disguise. The devil is dressed up as this bitch, y'all. You think the devil gonna come looking like a monster? Like Freddy Krueger? No. He always uses some pretty woman. That's one of his favorite tools. Why? Because they're effective. He did it in the Bible. He did it with Delilah. He did it with Jezebel. It's the same situation. You understand? He clothed himself up as a pretty woman because he can send that woman to a man and confuse the motherfucker. That's the devil's plan, y'all. Y'all looking at makeup and nails and hair talking about, yeah, she got a fat booty. That ain't no fucking criteria for being with a bitch. Neither is having a baby by a nigga. But the only criteria is this God's will or is it not God's will? That's it. Not face, not hair, not any physical appearance. The Spirit of God, what He ordained. That's the real will, and that's me and Wheezy. Fat booty, shit. 99% of black women got a fat ass. Y'all talking dumb shit and making this broad get more and more lost. She getting more and more entrenched in the thought. Now the thought has been going on. Now understand, I've been in Wayne's life almost 10 years now. So she knew him 5 years before that. So that's 15 years. This bitch been milking this thing in her head that she's Miss Carter and she's not. See, this is why people don't know, because they know she had a baby by him. They know she was in his life as a teen. So it just, if you don't know the inside scoop, it's just going to look natural, like this is the natural progression. You understand what I'm saying? Well, she did have a baby by him, and she was in his life, and they did have a wedding. You see what I'm saying? You ain't never knowing what's really going on, that I'm his real wife, that God's will was established in 2001 on forward. That fake marriage didn't come about till 2004. Now, how is that going to happen on top of God's will when God already started his will in 2001, 2002, 2003? 2004, how he with her? God's will was steady rolling on because Roots came in and tried to switch it from me to her. That's how. They was watching us, paying attention. You understand? So when you see me, because you ain't never really seen me, because I'm a private person, and this is how she thought she can take advantage too, because I ain't someone that's all out in the media trying to get fame, do this, that, and the rest. You see what I'm saying? I'm not no fame hungry seeker or whatever, like a lot of these bras want to be on TV and videos. That wasn't me. So she thought she could take advantage of me being quiet, and I don't think she thought it was just me being a quiet, private person. I think she thought I was afraid or intimidated somehow. No, baby. I'm not intimidated by you, sweetheart. Baby, I done fucked up bitches way stronger than your ass. You's weak, you's lost, you's immature. How I'm gonna be intimidated by somebody fronting to be me? No, that's not it. So they took advantage of the fact, because I wasn't all in the gossip, gossip blogs and all that. So they thought, well, she don't know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I live a certain kind of lifestyle, and it ain't all what's the latest juicy gossip or whatever. So a lot of people thought they was gonna just pull shit over my eyes. But all these other broads you see, Nivea, she's not his real love. That's not his real love, y'all. Neither is Toya, Nivea, Trina, Superhead, Lauren London, all these other broads. That's not his true love. I'm his real love, baby. You understand? God's will made manifest in '01. People just don't know because they looking at, well, Toya was there first, but you have to know how she came about in his life. He didn't even choose her. She just the broad they happened to say yes. If the first broad he asked to have the baby would have said yes, then she would have been a baby mama. So he didn't even specifically choose Toya. You see what I'm saying? God chose me and Wayne before the foundation of the earth. God's real will became made manifest in '01. And the reason why God's real will had to become made manifest for my life is because I was already deep in him for a long time. I wasn't expecting God to tell me to go to New Orleans. I wasn't expecting God to lead me to Wayne. I wasn't expecting Wayne to be my husband. I wasn't expecting to be married to no rap star. I wasn't expecting none of this. I was just simply abiding in the word of the Lord, abiding in God's will for my life, working, taking care of my business, taking care of my house when God called me to New Orleans. You see what I'm saying? I didn't foresee none of this, but this was all God's plan. And it had to be made manifest for my life, because what happens is when you stay in the Lord, stay in his word, and stay in his, I'm talking when you stay, when you abide. I'm not talking about when you once in a blue moon have a prayer. I'm talking about when that's your lifestyle, like it is mine. It's been my lifestyle before I ever started talking to Weezy. When you've been abiding in the Lord so long, what his plans, everything that he ordained for you. I didn't say everything you want or everything you think you should have, but everything that he ordained for you before the foundation of the earth, it has to come to pass in your life. It can't help but come to pass. Because it's like you get on a train, and wherever that train going, you gonna go. That's how it is with the Lord. When you abide in him, wherever his plan is for you to go, that's where you gonna go. And you don't even know. Your mind won't even know. Foreknow what his, unless he reveals it to you, your mind won't know what his plans are. They'll just happen. You see what I'm saying? Wayne and I just happened. People can't even figure that out. How did it just happen? How you just meet him? How you just, all these broads with these thousands of broads all over New Orleans and elsewhere trying to get with him, and it just happened with y'all because it was God. God just makes it happen. I can't explain it, but all I know is I abide in the Lord. And whatever his will is for my life, that's what comes to pass. But see, they didn't know none of this. They just thought probably I was just some, I don't know why they would think it, because they didn't know nothing about me. And I know his friends didn't know. They knew a little bit, but they didn't know nothing bad, because there ain't nothing bad about me. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what they told themselves in order to put roots on me and try to do all this destruction into my life. I don't know what they told themselves to make it okay with themselves. I don't know if they said this is some evil bitch, some gold digger, I don't know what they told themselves, but whatever it was, it ain't true, because I'm a Christian woman. I love the Lord. You see what I'm saying? I cuss or whatever, yeah, I do, but that don't take away my love for the Lord. You see, I have morals. I'm not gonna do people any old kind of way. The Holy Spirit is in me, and he leads and guides me. So, I don't know what they told themselves to make it all right to do this evil for so long. Somewhere in these 9 years, I know the Holy Spirit many times have told them, don't do this. This is the wrong route, some kind of check. But see, with evil people, I think they're turned over to a reprobate mind. In other words, they do evil so long, God say he turned them over to a reprobate mind. They won't even know right from wrong anymore. They've been doing evil so long. You see what I'm saying? So they're in deep darkness. And Toya was lost from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Not caring about what God's will is and just trying to steal. And these people that's calling her Miss Carter or saying, yeah, that's a good look. Y'all don't know y'all leading this broad who is so very lost, is sick and evil, to being more lost. You leading her because you just implanting in her mind that this is her and it's not her, it's me, it's my place. And God ain't going to let nobody steal my place. I serve the Lord, people. He not going to let nobody steal what his purpose is for my life. Those who try to, he's already judging them. You understand? He's already judging them. So he's not going to let nobody steal from someone who's obedient to him. I'm obedient. I'm not out there fornicating, doing this, doing that. I'm obedient to God for my life. I'm going to stay obedient. You know what I'm saying? So he has promises to those who obey him and who are his chosen people. Baby, I'm of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, baby. I'm Jew by matrilineal descent. I'm Jewish and black, okay? So I'm already of his chosen people serving him. You know, and he promised that those who bless me, he'll bless. Those who curse me, he'll curse. That's the word of the Lord. That ain't me. This is what they hate, though. It's not me they hate. It's God. That's why I know it's evil versus good. It's Satan trying to destroy the plans of God. But y'all have no clue. You tell y'all that's a good look and all this because he had a baby by her when he was 14. You see what I'm saying? No, people. You got to know God's will on the situation. It's never a good look for a man to be with a woman that God didn't ordain. It's actually evil because these people have done much evil toward me, his real wife, and you sitting here saying that. Look at the evil that I'm looking at and seeing. And see, they just chuckling and laughing because they're saying, ha ha, look, you seeing people tell me I'm a good look for him and I know that's your man. But see, chuckle if you want because God wins. He always wins and the devil is defeated. Wayne is my man. God ain't giving him to you. You understand? That temporary trickery you got away with, you didn't even get away with it, first of all. It was temporary, and it can't happen again because I'm up on it. See, I wasn't up on it the first time. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about no roots. You're right about that. I'm a California girl. We didn't get down like that, but I know now. And God got me. I'm still here. I'm still blessed. You didn't kill me. Wayne still loves me. We still talk. God's will rolls on, and he judges my enemies. So what is you laughing at? All I know is you prove to me God really is with me. All you prove to me is I am a thorough bitch. I'm strong in the Lord. My God is right. His word prevails. He destroys my enemies. Thank you for letting me know that. If I never had a problem, I wouldn't know that God could solve them. You understand? Oh, yeah. There was quite a workout, but you're still defeated. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still blessed. I'm still lovely. I still got my looks, baby. Hello. You didn't kill nothing but yourself. You understand? That's all. That's all, folks. But it's much more to it. Now, as far as me calling myself Mrs. Carter, let me explain that because people gonna say, did y'all get married? When was y'all wedding? Me and Wayne, we ain't had no earthly wedding yet. Okay, we will because you know why? Because Jesus wants the will of the Father to be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's how it goes. God calls it before the foundation of the world from heaven, and then it's made manifest on earth. So it has to start in heaven first. Otherwise, it has no authority. You understand what I'm saying? So I can call myself Mrs. Carter because God, that's what God calls me. That's what he ordained for me. You understand what I'm saying? Before the foundation of the earth. In other words, Wayne was born my husband, and I was born his wife. See, these are the things in the Lord that a lot of people who are secularly minded, they don't understand. But the things of God, he don't make it up as time goes along. It's already done. When he rested on the seventh day, the will was already done. His will was already done. You understand? His plans were already established, just awaiting fulfillment. You understand? That's why Jesus was or is the Lamb of God slain from the foundation of the world. From the foundation of the world. Not from the time that he appeared on earth, from the foundation of the world. Because the things that God calls, he called them from the foundation of the world.
You understand? That's a little bit deep, and I can go into that, but it'd be like a teaching lesson right now. But basically, I can call myself Mrs. Carter because I'm the legitimate Mrs. Carter, the one that God ordained and called Miss Carter. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything coming from me. I'm not self-exalting myself, or it's not ego. It's not me trying to exalt myself in any way. I call myself that because that's what God calls me. You see what I'm saying? If He called me a hairdresser, I'd call myself a hairdresser. If He called me, you know, whatever, a teacher, I'd call myself a teacher. But He called me as Wayne's wife. So that's what I call myself. What He calls, I only call myself what He calls me. That's why He has authority. This is why my relationship with Wayne has all authority, because it's established by the Heavenly Father, who has all authority. This is why people can't defeat it. They think they fighting me, they fighting God, and wonder why they keep getting their asses knocked out. And then the sad thing is, people keep kind of limping them along and limping them along to hold on to something that ain't God's will for their life. I'm not blaming the people, because she knew before this TV show, before Sister to Sister, before y'all ever left comments on the MySpace. I think before even Wayne had a MySpace, she already knew I was Wayne's real God-ordained wife and true love. She knew that already. Okay? So it's not the people's fault, but I'm saying is, y'all not helping by encouraging her, saying to her, you could be with him, hold on to your love and all that. Y'all really don't know what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? You just don't know. So you help, this broad is already lost. Her mind is gone. I don't think she can ever get it back. First of all, where you gonna go trying to live somebody else's identity under identity theft? Once you start on that road ain't going nowhere. You can't go nowhere with that. That's somebody else's identity. How you gonna live out and walk out somebody else's life? Everybody that's listening to this, I want you to rent this movie. Buy the movie, The Skeleton Key. Okay? That's based in New Orleans. Now, in that movie, I'm not gonna give it away, but basically, a switch was trying to be made through roots and hoodoo on a person's life. A woman was trying to switch her life with another. Anyway, I'm just telling you, so in case y'all say this sounds crazy, it do sound crazy. That's why it took me so long to realize what was going on, because I ain't from New Orleans. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, it sounds crazy to me too. But it's true. So in the movie, that's another example. Now, I didn't write that movie. You can rent Eve's by You. I didn't write that movie. That's somebody else who wrote that movie. Rent Angel Heart. I didn't write that movie. All of this is talking about roots that's going down in New Orleans. For those who don't believe me, rent those movies. I did not write none of those. Those all written by different people. And then there's music and there's documentaries and there's all kind of stuff that will teach you or let you know this shit is real. You see what I'm saying? So I just thank my Lord. I'm still here, and like I said, you didn't kill nothing but yourself. And yeah, but when you trying to live somebody else's identity, ain't nowhere to go with that. It's you lost, because I can't see her trying to give it up. Now she ain't got to give it up. See, this is the thing. It don't even matter what she does, giving it up or not. You see what I'm saying? Her cooperation ain't necessary. God gonna have His will, and He gonna establish His will. But I don't see her trying to give it up. She ain't gotta try to give it up, because He taking it. You see what I'm saying? He taking my identity and giving it to me. It never was hers, y'all. Y'all just went on a fucking roller coaster ride. Y'all was taking for a ride, people. Calling her Miss Carter, Mrs. Carter, the first wife and all that. You were taking for a ride. A lot of y'all gonna get mad at me. People gonna say I'm making this shit up. People gonna say I'm crazy, this, that, and the rest. But you was taken for a ride, and a lot of people don't want that realization. You see what I'm saying? It's a shock when you realize you've been taken for a ride, especially if you've been riding for a long time, believing a lie. You're shocked. And a lot of people don't want that realization. They don't like the person that's telling them this truth and busting their bubble, because they believed in this so-called couple, or they believed in this person. You see what I'm saying? And they don't want to face the truth that this person could be that evil. Yes, evil has good looks to it a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Look at some of these serial killers. Look at Ted Bundy. He wasn't ugly. A lot of these serial killers, well, you can't look at physical appearance. That's what y'all judging shit on. You see what I'm saying? It's a deception, folks. Y'all was hoodwinked, bamboozled for many years. And this is God is putting a stop to the bullshit. And this is how? Through me. The real Mrs. Carter. The one you've been fronting like you are. But it's hard to pretend like you me, baby, because you can't match this wisdom, nor can you match this understanding. I'm already knowing that. You think Wayne can't see the difference between our intellect? Oh, yes. It's a vast difference. Uh-huh. I think you can see that. It's going to be hard to try to be me, baby. You trying to fit into shoes that's much too big for you to wear, little kid. You understand? You're lost. I'm sorry I'm not sorry because you did it to yourself. But you believe you somebody that you not. You's a loose cannon. You see what I'm saying? Something is wrong with you, baby. You keep leeching on and trying to latch on to my husband. You can't have my husband. You couldn't have him then. And you know if you got to try to kill a bitch with roots, you know he ain't yours. So where you going with trying to front somebody else's identity? You see? All these people, y'all giving her kudos or giving her any kind of respect thinking this was Wayne's wife. That's not his wife. Never. Never was that. And this is not jealousy speaking, baby. Hello? I'm the real Mrs. Carter. But yeah, knew that I was quiet, said we could take advantage of that. Just try to take advantage of every little point. Well, she's quiet, I can take advantage of that. No, you can't, baby, because I'm not quiet no more. You see? God have his way. God said lay in the cut. I got them. I got their necks. They gonna get theirs. I see what they're doing. Let them get on b.e.t. Let them get in magazines. I got that ass. God is never defeated, baby. Don't you know that? Ain't nowhere to go. Pretending to be somebody else. That's a sick thing, baby. Being willing to live a lie. Know that you live in a lie. Know that you're trying to live somebody else's identity. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people in New Orleans who ain't gonna want to believe this or refuse to believe this. But God's plans was already established from 2001 forward. It was me and Wayne. All this other shit was just other evil. Like Nivea, that was just other evil. Wayne, let me tell you something, boy. I can't say it all because this is a lot. This is a hell of an intro to a MySpace profile, don't you think? It's kind of unusual, huh? I know you don't know no profile like this. But anyway, these other bras, that's the evil done against his real true love. See, let me tell you this. It's me and Wayne. It's Angela and Wayne. That's the true relationship. Everything else is an evil done against us. That what y'all think is a relationship with him and Nivea is an act of adultery committed against me and Wayne. You say, well, how could that be? Y'all ain't had no wedding. That's not where the power comes, baby, from the earthly wedding. The power comes from God preordaining you as husband and wife. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, there should be an earthly wedding, and there will be, because what did Jesus say? Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So if God called you from heaven as husband and wife, then you're supposed to make manifest his will on earth. If God called you as a mechanic from heaven, then you should manifest that on earth. You should somewhere down the line become a mechanic, because that's the call of God for you on your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the point is, it's still husband and wife if God called it, whether you had a wedding or not. Just like, let me give you this real quick. Adam and Eve, the first man and woman. I'm dropping a lot on the intro to a MySpace profile, but okay. Adam and Eve, the first, husband and wife. God called them as husband and wife. They didn't have no wedding. There was no flower girl. There was no wedding dress. They were simply naked in the garden. Well, how could they be husband and wife? No, there was no preacher, pastor for them to exchange rings and walk down an aisle. How could God call them husband and wife? How could he call them husband and wife? Because he called them husband and wife. Because it was called by God. You understand what I'm saying? Weddings and all that came later through time. But the bottom line is, if God called you as husband and wife, you're husband and wife. That's it. Therein is the power. The authority comes from heaven. I'm going to say something else to expound on that just a little bit. But if you look at Adam and Eve, if you was a third person looking at them, you would say they're not married. I didn't see no wedding. They're married. God said so. It's what God says. You see? Real quick, I think this is something that will help the world. Jesus said, what God has joined together, let not man put asunder. He said what God has joined together. See, every quote unquote marriage, because people play with marriage and it's nothing to play with. If God didn't join those two people together, it has no real authority. You can have a wedding, you can get dressed, you can have a flower girl, you can have bridesmaid, but the authority comes if God brought you together. If he didn't bring you together in the first place, all you doing is just nothing. It has to first start in the mind of God. Me and Wayne start in the mind of God. You understand? It's a lot of people. They don't have the real love. I'm not trying to come down on nobody. I'm being real. I'm being me. This is me, okay? If God didn't call the people together and they just having a wedding, it's no authority. It's a lot of copycats who copy the real. Me and Wayne is the real, y'all. There are people who try to copy us and mimic us. Wayne knows this too. If you're wondering do he know it? Yeah, he knows it. He knows it. He just, it's kind of, it could be challenging to deal with that, as you could imagine. You see what I'm saying? How would a man deal with this and that? He constantly works this and that. But yeah, I'm always set the record straight. You see what I'm saying? Wayne knows me. He knows I'm his wife. You can hear it on the tapes. He knows who I am. It's just all the pressure to live this lie and all the roots that was worked on him to break down a nigga's free will so that they can just ride over him and establish their own purposes and plans against God's will. Evil bitches. Trying to pound in his head, do this, do this, do this, all against God's will. Ignorant ass motherfuckers who don't know what they should be doing with their own life, trying to advise somebody else. Strong arm and pound into his head something, huh? Yeah, so Jesus said, what God has joined together, let not man put asunder. Not what your mama has joined together. Not what your best intentions have joined together. Not what a whole lot of fans think you should do has joined together. What God has joined together. So if he joined me and Wayne together, and he did, what's she doing there? Who was all these other broads? Sent by the devil, trying to destroy the plans of God just like her. The devil don't stop. He come back. He'll leave for a season just like he left Jesus for a season. But he'll come back around trying to steal, trying to destroy. You see what I'm saying? But he's destroyed. You ain't getting my man, ladies. He's my man. He's always my man. He's been my man. He was born my man. Should have found God's will for your own life. Stop trying to steal what God created for another woman by trying to use your stank pussies. I'm being real. Trying to steal what belongs to me. Think you could just shake your ass? Doing everything you can. Trying to project yourself into my life, huh? Have my man's baby and all. Y'all going far with it. But God's removing all the unauthorized plans. Just like he said in Matthew 15:13. Jesus said, every plant that my heavenly Father has not planted shall be rooted up. Not might be, shall be. It will be rooted up. So everything that ain't his plans, baby, is rooted up. You can't fast track yourself into what God ordained for me by thinking you can fuck a nigga. You can fuck a nigga and just get everything God created for me when I've been serving the Lord all my life. Yeah, right. I don't think so. But looks like you came up having a nigga's baby, huh? No, you didn't come up. The story ain't finished being told, baby. You can't steal from me. So how God gonna correct it? Just keep living. God will correct all the wrongs when it pertains to my life. I can guarantee you that. So when you try to creep into my husband's life and try to have sex with him and think you're gonna come up by having a baby, you didn't come up, you came down. It's gonna look like you came up. See, this is how it always looks like you came up. The devil will make it always look like you got. Look what's happening to Toya. She's being exposed. Look like she was coming up for a long time, huh? See, God always got the hour. He got the last say so, ladies and gentlemen. He gonna have the last word. God gonna have the last word. So you looking like you coming up. You ain't coming up. You came down because you didn't know that Wayne's attached to a holy, righteous, Holy Ghost-filled woman who knows how to slaughter evil. You wasn't counting on that. You just looked at, well, this nigga look like he's nobody watching over him. He's a rich nigga. I can kind of tip into that. Let me dress up, put my stilettos on. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to get that. You ain't going to get shit but judge. You're going to get judged by God trying to fuck with my man. See, I protect my man. I cover my man in prayer, baby. 360 degrees around. Praying for him 365 days a year. I'm on my post, baby. I've been on this post. It don't look like it, but I'm here. Okay? Undercover prayer warrior, demon slayer, third generation. You understand? This is what we do. Kill evil. Oh yeah, he's covered. Wayne ain't out there naked where any broad can just tiptoe into his life and do all kind of evil. No, 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 not my man, baby. I'm too strong in the Lord, baby. You gonna get your ass fucked up trying to step into my territory. You gonna get your ass fucked up because God gonna fuck you up. He gonna fuck you up. Oh yes, this is what the Bible says. It don't say it in these exact words, but the bottom line is he gonna fuck you up. You see what I'm saying? Because you're trying to steal what he ordained for me, and I'm serving him, baby. I'm not gonna stop serving him. I'm just gonna watch him destroy your ass. Oh yes, you judged yourself. Those people who came into my husband's life, particularly after 2001, trying to have sex or some kind of romantic relationship. I don't care how short or how brief or how long. This them bitches really trying to land my husband for life as their husband. You know, they're going all out like Nivea. See, this is how she gonna be judged real bad. You know why? Because the longer you been in sin, the greater the judgment. With measure you meet, it shall be measured unto you. Oh yes. So she been trying to steal my man for a long time. See, I can go on this. Going all the way back to that first cover on Sister to Sister with Nivea where she said she was engaged to my man. No. See, that's the thing that set off a lot of problems with me and Wayne. And Wayne came back to me after that. I wouldn't take him back. See, this is what it was. Oh, God. I used to have so much anger and so much rage. And, I used to be very unforgiving. And so when my man would come back, a lot of times I wasn't having it. You see what I'm saying? But see, y'all gotta understand this too. I am 12 years older than Weezy. So the Lord had worked with me and said, you need to, realize he's not the same age as you. You know what I mean? There's certain things, that are in his life you gotta see, the temptations, this and that, and pray and work with it, but that's what set off a lot of things was that first. That was his first real transgression against me. You see, the devil been trying to rip us apart through Nivea, through whoever he can get, Superhead, all these whores in the industry, service the whole damn minute. I mean, he just seeing straight up whores to try to take my husband. You see what I'm saying? But they all fail, including Toya, y'all, including Nivea, including Lauren London, and including whoever else is out. I can't even name all the broads, bruh. But they're not going to take my man. You see what I'm saying? You can't have them. Because God created and ordained them for me. Now, there has been a lot of evil, as you can imagine. Since 2001, you can count the bitches. Y'all know more than me because y'all all out there in the clubs and in the, you out there, so you know probably things that they ain't even reported in the magazines and this and that. I don't need to know all the details, so don't email me about, I saw him do this. I don't need to know that. The Lord knows exactly what it is, and he sees and he judges. You see what I'm saying? Don't worry me with all that, because I had enough on my plate. But you can see the evil that has been sent to, and you wonder why this broad don't make it and why that broad. None of them gonna make it, including Toya and Nivea. Okay, they not gonna make it either, because he's mine. You understand? Every bitch that try it. Now, oh God, you know what? Everything Weezy did, hasn't been manipulated by someone else. Sometimes a nigga just look at you and say, you know what? I could tiptoe a little bit more out there. And I know Wayne ain't the average man. I know people be thinking, don't you know who he is? And da, da, da. Man, come on. I know him better than anybody. He's my God ordained soulmate and husband. Of course I know who he is. I know the temptations is out there, this, that, and the rest, and what the devil tries to send against him. But as you can see, a lot of evil has been attempted against our holy union. You see what I'm saying? And you can't even imagine the shit that I have endured and been through. And Wayne ain't wholly innocent. Not at all. So he will receive the punishment for his sins just like anybody else. I love my husband and I give him all the warning and everything else that a wife could give and all the prayer and everything else. You see what I'm saying? And he got to face the judgment for his sins. But he's protected to a certain degree because he's my husband. You see what I'm saying? So God ain't going to kill him because God got to fulfill his word for my life. But at the same time, he has to punish Wayne in a way that doesn't kill him. That's why it's almost, well, I'm going into a lot, but I was going to say that's why it's almost like Wayne been, like he said, I feel like dying in that song. I feel like dying. That's his sins against me, baby. That's his sins against God's divine will. When you sin against God's divine will, you gonna feel like dying. You see what I'm saying? The devil tried to get him, y'all, and get him lost. But Wayne ain't gonna be lost, nor is he gonna die an early death. None of that, because I'm gonna cover him and I'm gonna keep that angel of death off of him. Oh yes, that's what I've been doing. I seen Wayne in the spirit close, or I should say the angel of death trying to get close to him. But I fought the angel of death off of him. Yes. I'm a spiritual warrior. Spiritual warfare. That's what I do. I've been doing it long before I ever met Weezy, baby. I was built for this life. This is why God made me the way he did, because he knew what he had purposed and planned for me. He knew all the evil that I would encounter. These people who are doing evil, they didn't know I was no spiritual warrior. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Destroying demons. Yes. Wayne is gonna be alright. He ain't gonna fall by no wayside. Not my man. You know, the prison, the sentence is coming up and all that. You know, he's gonna be alright. You know, but you can warn a person and say, stop sinning. You know, God is not playing, and they don't listen. You see what I'm saying? I love my husband. He's getting there. Wayne knows God. You see what I'm saying? And I gotta be forgiven for my own peace of mind. You see what I'm saying? But they talk about what Toya been through. No, she ain't been through more than what I've been through, baby. Some of what I've been through is because of that bitch and his mama. Straight up. You see what I'm saying? I ain't been through more than what I've been through. I survived Louisiana roots, baby. Beyond, I mean, that's something major right there. You see what I'm saying? That's New Orleans is like ground zero for that type of thing. So if you can survive it down there, bitch, you done survive the worst that can happen when it comes to that sort of thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's how thorough I am, bitch. Survived 5 car accidents. I've been near death a few times. Oh yes, I can name it all off, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm just know that you listen to a thorough bitch who been through all kind of hell and nothing has killed her. I grew up, born and raised in Compton, baby. I done survived more before the age of 12 than most grown niggas. You understand? These bitches fuck with the wrong motherfucker. But, you know, that's the story of my life. My enemies always get it. One last thing for y'all saying Toya's Wayne's true love. Bullshit. On my own blog. Matter of fact, on this page right here, on this front profile page, look in the left hand corner and you will see a cassette tape. Play that tape. On that tape is one of Wayne's good friends, Bingo. This is for y'all saying Toya is Wayne's true love. No, I'm his true love. This is I already knew Weezy was loving me. Bingo wasn't revealing nothing to me, but this goes back all the way. Some of these tapes go all the way back to 01, 02, 03. Okay? Bingo is quoting Wayne directly. And Wayne is saying about me, how he was falling in love with me. He said to Bingo, he said, I don't know what I'm feeling, bruh. See, he was feeling true love for the first time. Now, check this out. For y'all calling Toya his true love, she knew him 5 years before I ever stepped foot in New Orleans. Okay? If that's his true love, if she his true love, how is it when he was falling in love with me, he didn't know what he was feeling? He said, I don't know what I'm feeling, bruh. If you had known love before, wouldn't you know what that feeling was? How come you didn't know what you was feeling? Because I brought that feeling to him. True love in 2001. Forward. You understand? I didn't know what I was feeling, bruh. She knew in 5 years before I ever showed up. You see? Trying to say she brought true love into his life. But that's proof, right? That's just one tape out of a 50,000 tapes. And bam. Truth. He didn't know what he was feeling. Because he ain't never felt it. Because it was real love. And I brought it. She knows this. But she'll get on YouTube and put videos up, pictures of him and her. Wayne's true love, playing music, trying to influence his mind. And if she can't do it, enough people will look at it and you say, gullible people. Well, they're not really gullible. They just don't know behind the scenes and the true story. You see what I'm saying? So they'll look at them pictures, then they'll send Wayne a comment. Y'all got true love. You see what I'm saying? All playing into this stupid bitch's mind, to this stupid bitch's hands. You see what I'm saying? Manipulating y'all, playing y'all like dummies. You need to be thankful I'm here because I'm telling you the truth. She don't respect you. All you are is puppeteers to try to convince Wayne to sin against God's will for me and him to be together and to be with this broad. That's all y'all are. She don't respect no people. She just want her will, her way. Oh, yes. He didn't know what he was feeling, bruh. I don't know what I'm feeling, bruh. See, that's me. Angela, his real wife. You fake bitch. I brought real love into his life. Oh, you knew that. You know that. Fake fronter. Uh-huh. That's right. He didn't know what he was feeling. See, that's Wayne falling in love for the first time. That high school shit y'all had, that really wasn't no love. You know why? You know how, I mean, for those people over 30, y'all know it's very few people on here that's listening to me that's probably over 30, but you know what you had in high school, and then you know when you really experience true love, you know the difference. There's a lot of people who ain't lived long enough and ain't got enough experience. They think that what they got is true love. Okay. But anyway, he just went from broad to broad. Will you have my baby? I'm sorry to put it out there like that, but that's the truth. Read it for yourself. Vibe magazine, 2007. Okay? I wasn't there during that interview. Don't shoot the messenger. And by the way, my name means messenger. My name is Angela. It means messenger of God. So I'm giving you the message. Yeah, gonna front herself as his true love. Y'all quit supporting bullshit and quit helping people get lost and quit trying to influence my man to sin against God's will. I know you didn't do it intentionally. I know you didn't know nothing about this. Most of the people didn't do it intentionally. Some of y'all probably knew and just trying to support the evil. But now you know. You got it, the straight dope, baby. Keep reading the blog. If you got questions, email me. You know. Have a good night, babies. And thanks for listening. God bless. Bye-bye.